just want to get your comments on ERC20 tokens, best, worst in the projects in the space in your opinion.
So I'm very skeptical of most ICOs. So putting on my investor hat now as Rhino Ventures, I've only invested in very few. You need to look at the total picture of, just like you would assess a normal business, like, is this an investable company? Are these people that will actually pull it off? And then, you know, is there a token that makes sense? Is there token utility? So the one that I invested in, Civic, I still very much believe in. And the reason why I like Civic is because I understand the actual problem. There's a real world problem that's very well known, that is, you know, you can measure it, how much it could be potentially worth. And there's an approach which makes a lot of sense from a blockchain point of view. And there's a token that, you know, is part of this. So Civic is an identity platform to making identity verification through the blockchain, while you store all the information locally on your phone, so you don't have a centralized repository, all the KYC information. It's run by Finney Lingham, who sold Gift, one of the few exits in the entire space. The token is used for every identity request, which will be paid by the companies. So there's network value long term in not only then Civic itself as a company using the network, but then opening that up for others to build on top of it as well. So that's measurable. You know, you can look at, okay, what is the identity mark? What is the fraud? You know, what is the fraud raised? Those are large market. What is the competitive, you know, landscape from these solutions? And all of this make a lot of sense in this case. And the interesting thing now, you're saying ERC20, well, their idea is to go to rootstock and move away from ERC, but they did an ERC20 launch. So I like that one.
What about worst?
So I'm in Aragon as well, because I like the idea that, you know, we still need a good DAO. And I think they're at least the most innovative and most forward thinking. That's a more pure ERC20 token. I would probably not call out the worst one. I mean, anything where you can clearly see this is just a white paper exercise and people that come from a whole different industry. Not all of them that come from a different industry are doing a bad token, so I don't want to say that all of them are bad. But you know, they're the obvious scams in the market that just launch a token with no reasonable way of using the token. And so you see some really weird models, but I'm not going to name anything in particular. So I like to stay on the positive on those that I find are interesting. So I have Aragon Civic, I find interesting. I like what Status AM is doing, because it sort of connects to the idea that we had with creating a banking services platform. I think it's quite early, but I like what they've been trying to do. I'm not invested in Status. I'm advising some companies that I cannot talk about that I find interesting. A lot of them some of them are starting from a traditional financial market and looking at ICO now. So we'll have to see what comes of this ICO market, to be honest, because I think we're now at the peak height, or maybe not yet. But if you look at the types of ICOs, it's hard to keep track of.